we're going to go ahead and get started, and then we'll go from there. So what you can do on the new ichthus.org, if you would just go ahead and log in. And there's some things that's pretty cool here. I was mentioning earlier to somebody, I think it was Angela, that you can get online and you can search for any kind of categories or industries or keywords on there. So one thing I did, and what I would do is I'm going to bring up my own screen and cast that out for people to see it. So real quick, as I do that, then I'll just do home, and let me know if you see this. Actually, I'll do massage, and I'll spell it wrong. See what happens. So it actually pulls up massage on there, which is good. So there's a massage therapist, and that one you can see that there's a listing on there that needs to be claimed. And so what they can do there is they can get online. they can claim their listing right here. And then once they do that, they claim the listing, it'll take them to a screen. Now, if you're not registered yet, you're going to have to do that first. But I'm already logged in, so we're going to go from there. And so there's a number there that they can enter in. Call me now. Once you hit that button, call me now, it's going to go right to giving them a call, and it's going to give them a 6-digit number. They plug that in, and there you go. And by the way, here at the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the help button. It was at the top. We moved it down at the bottom with that little graphic there, so you can click that, and you can type in some stuff there and tell us what's going on. So let me check my roll up here. All right, we got Charles out there. Thanks, Charles, for being online with us. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and show you Charles' listing. And modern. See what that does. So there it is, Modern Woodman right there. So Charles, there's your listing, and you need to put some pictures up there. We got one on there for you, and that's just the right size because you got such a long name, Modern Woodman of America, with Charles Jackson. Now he's a good man, so good to see you today. Now, let's say that I wanted to hook with him, and what that means, as you can see down here where my arrow is, I'm circling a little hook. And what that is let's say that you are in an industry, you want to hook with other people in the industry, for example, home inspectors and real estate agents, or let's say a massage therapist like Angela out there, and she wants to hook with other people like acupuncture or even a chiropractor. But it doesn't have to be within the same industry, so they can just hook right there. You click hook, and what it does is it takes you over to a screen. You say, I want to hook Green Home Professionals. That's the one that I'm signed into right now. And I want to hook with Modern Woodmen of America, which Charles Jackson is the one that represents that company there, just on this listing. So it's really Charles Jackson with Modern Woodmen of America. So either way is fine. But let's say just for example, let me say great guy, give him a call, and then he's honest. He's gonna treat you right. Okay, so then I send the hook request. Now Charles is gonna get that in his, and so as you can see, it says your hook request has been submitted. So when he returns his, and hope maybe he can do that online, he can say something about Green Home Professionals as a home inspection company. And if you want to do that, Charles, just to show us what that looks like, that's fine. Then just text me when you got that done, and I'll refresh my page and I'll show you what the hooks look like. But right here, this is Modern Woodmen of America, and this is their website. What I really like about it is you click that, it goes into a new window instead of taking up the window that you're in. You can see a whole bunch of tabs and stuff. You might not be able to see me open another tab, Oh yeah, it did. Good. Okay. And that's how you get a hold of his products and services there. So check that out. But also, what I like is you can put your hours of operation in there. You've got a map, got his number. You can even, if this is enabled, which is disabled on my computer, but you can enable this and you can launch an app to where it'll call him, and you can click that on your mobile device. It'll call him right up. What I also like down here is I don't want to put anyone's email address out there, because that way the email addresses are floating around, and you can get spam from that. So I wanted to kind of guard our members, because I value our members, and I wanted to protect that. So they can put on there, hey, this is George, and this is my email address, and whatever it is, I'll just make something up. And then my subject, I'm just going to put hey, and then this. And so, you put your name, your email address, and your subject. Like, I want to get a quote or something like that from Charles about Modern Woodmen of America, and maybe some life insurance quotes, things like that. Well, you want to fill out that message, and when you click down here, contact Charles, it's going to send him an email from our site to him, so he knows that he's getting a return on investment. He's going to pay for a membership to this site, but at the same time, he knows that he's going to get something from it. And when he gets an email from someone using our site, he knows right away. So let me go over here into, once you've logged in and registered, if you haven't done that, just do that now. Log in right here. This says log out because I'm already logged in, of course. And once you log in, it'll say log out. It'll say to the left of that, account, and then my listings. And so my listings is, I'm going to show you some of the things that I've got in here. So this is the dashboard.
I removed your admin status.
You what?
I removed your admin status.
Okay, good, thanks. That's Adam. He knows what he's doing. So over here is Green Home Professionals. And if I want to manage that, there's that right there. And if I want to go to Firearms Training of the Ozarks, there's that. I can manage it. So watch this real quick as my computer goes crazy. So look at this analytics. That's what's cool right there, is the analytics is showing me today I've had 2 visitors to my site, Green Home Professionals. You see how it highlighted it out. And then right here, I've got 2 that visited Firearms Training of the Ozarks. That's pretty cool, because that way you're getting a return on investment right away. Here's some pending listings or pending hooks down here and waiting on them. Come on, Charles. Okay, so over here, I've got a hook with Charles, and what he does is he goes in there and basically reciprocates that hook. And let me show you what that looks like. What is the benefit of that? Well, like I said before, if you're going to be like a real estate agent and you have a home inspector, you want to hook with them. And what that means is, hook means is that you're connecting with them, and it provides them a substantial recommendation. It's not just like LinkedIn. I'm not a fan of LinkedIn really, because there's like 700,000 people that want to be my LinkedIn friends, and then they're like, hey, add me to your thing. Well, I don't even know you. Crazy state way out there. I don't even know. So I'm trying to keep it simple. So on ichthus.org, here's the hook feature. And with Firearms Training in the Ozarks, watch this. Right over here, we've got Denanga LLC, and they said, look, Firearms Training in the Ozarks makes it fun and easy to get your concealed carry license. And what's cool about that, that's a recommendation from him, from his company to me, and he knows me personally. It's not just something that he dreamed up. So the other cool thing is this functions as a link directly back to his tackle box. That's the word we use for profile. We don't use, profile, tackle box. They're synonymous. So if you hear me say tackle box, that's what I'm talking about. So over here, he's got all his images, and he's got down here, Denanga does amazing work. Who said that? Well, Firearms Training in the Ozarks did. And so here's his tackle box. And so that's how hooks work. He's got his social media stuff right over here. So in your tackle box, when you manage your tackle box, your listing, you can put in there Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and all those right there are for your businesses or your business, your listing. That's going to say, hey, come to this Facebook page and like our business page. And so these are the ones that represent your company. Now over here is the ones like social share. And so if I want to click this right here, I'm going to share Denanga on my Facebook page. So that's why I'm saying, like, check this out. So I'm going to say something right here, and I encourage you to do that. Do that tonight if you will. Just go to a profile, share that profile, especially if you know them. Go to Charles's profile or even Angela's or my wife's on there too. Living a Fuller Life. You can do a search for that one, and then you can share that on Facebook. But it's going to pull up what's going to share whatever Facebook account you're in. So if I am in a business one, I'm going to need to switch that back to a personal one. If you have any issues with that, just let me know. So then I'm going to share this one to, see right here it says to the page. Now watch what happens if I do this. It's now that I switched to my personal one, it's probably going to be like something happened or something changed. So we got confused. So we're going to go back here because I switched in the middle of it. I'm going to share that again. And this time it says contacting Facebook. That's going to contact my personal one. I want it on my timeline, or I can share it on anything that I want, really. Let's share it to a page. I go into all the mini ones out there, and I want to share it with Believers in Business. So I want to refer him to this group that I belong to. Check this company out. I'm going to share the link. It goes right to the page. No big deal. But the cool thing is he's now getting some traffic from that. So if I go over to Believers in Business, and if you can't see the tabs that I'm opening, just let me know. I think you can. Yeah, okay. So Believers in Business. Yeah, all those tabs at the top. So here's Believers in Business. Now, where did that thing go that I just posted? I cross these out here. So check this out. There he is right there. So it's got a little link to his company. It's rocking. So let's go back into a tackle box. Let's say that you want to go, let's kind of start over a little bit because I got kind of carried away with the hooks and all that. But so what's Ichthus all about? So Ichthus is connecting the Christian community. We do that a few ways. We want to make sure that it's just not a online Christian directory. I want it to be more than that. So I want you to be able to have encouragement, connect with other people, maybe if you don't even know them. One thing is pretty cool is that you can, let's say you want to find a massage therapist somewhere else, and you just want to connect with them online. This is how you can do it. You go on here and you find this massage therapist here, and you're like, you know what? I want to talk to you because you're outside of my, well, it's Rochester, New York. You're outside of my competition area, so maybe I can connect with you. You can contact them by email and connect with them, connecting the Christian community. You put your church on here. You can put missionaries on here. And let me show you church real quick. You got 20,102 listings for churches, just the word church. You can go down here and segment those out. So you want just ones in Georgia. You can also do that here, and that way hey, I want to search for a church here in this area. All right. So once you're logged in, registered, go ahead and play around with the site. When you're logged in, you can go to My Listings. Now, what you're going to see is if you're just starting out, if you don't have a listing, you'll have a different screen. It'll say, if you don't have any listings, create a listing. It'll have a little bubble down here. Just click that one, go in there and set you up a listing. It'll ask you for some information. Now, one thing is it'll ask you for credit card information even though you have a free account. Now, the thing I like about that, because people say, why would you do that? Well, the thing I like about it is it's going to keep what I call spam listing to a minimum. If someone's going to go in there, and it happened the other day, we had somebody go in there, I don't know who it is, they gave a fake email address, and it was an inappropriate name as far as their listing, and I noticed it. I'm like, that's not even right. This is a Christian business directory. It's got churches and missionaries on there. That's not what we represent. So we just had to delete that. Well, they didn't have a listing because they got to this page and they had to enter their credit card information after they did all this. And then they go to the next page when they hit create a listing. It's going to ask for their credit card information. You may be thinking, why for free? It's going to keep those spam listings down to a minimum. So then after that, you can upgrade to another plan that you probably saw on this previous page how that worked. So you can select a plan. They've got different features to each one of them, $9.99. And I'll let you know that we're doing our Cyber Monday deal. We've extended it out, and we've extended that out today. And so you're going to get 50% off any of these listings. So the code for that is 50, the percent sign, and then capital O, capital F, capital F. No spaces, just 50% off. No spaces, all caps. So you do that, you'll get 50% off these prices. It's a pretty sweet deal. One thing is that I really like about this directory is the description length. So you can up here 5,000 description length, really describe, paint a good picture of what you do, the clients you're after, even a referral, that would be even better. And so put that in there. And think about this. The directories that I am not a fan of led me to do this directory. What I mean is there's all kinds of directories out there, even Christian business directories. And when I started off as a home inspector, I wanted to put my business on a directory that I can affiliate with being a Christian. And I just didn't like them. I thought they were overpriced. So here we are 3.5, 4 years later, and the new Ichthus launched November 12th. And already it's just amazing. And the web designer, Adam, him and Tom, they've done a great job. They continue to do a great job. So just go through the website and check it out. And so one thing, though, about these different packages, the description, that's searchable. What I mean is if I'm looking for a certain thing, it's going to search through your name. It's going to search through your category, which is synonymous with industry, keywords, things like that. Think about that. When you think of categories, think about keywords or industries like painter or massage therapist. So that's the thing that you're going to have there. And then you go on into your description. You're going to paint a picture like who you're looking for, or what kind of target market you serve, and what niche you provide for that target market. So that's really your opportunity to do that. And so, of course, with different packages, you have different links, and you can do that length as far as the description length. You have images. One of the things in mine, as a home inspector, I put different ones. There's a picture. Let me show you real quick. There's a picture of, well, you know what? I'm just going to show you. So this is a company I started back in 2010, got back from Iraq, went to Fort Leonard Wood for a year, and just needed some stuff to do. So I couldn't really find a job. And believe me, I put a lot of preparation into all these different things to find a job, and it just wasn't working. So I took my experience and my training, and I put this into a home inspection business. And that's not really what this is about, but this is what the page is about. So this picture right here is kind of funny. Both of them are, because the sink obviously is not going over there, the water. And then you've got this one says, to ring the bell, connect the wires. I think that's just hilarious. So you've got different, with different packages, you've got different options. You don't have to put specifically just a logo. You can maybe put some pictures of where you work. Put some pictures of your family. You know, some people may not want to do that, but I think it gives a personal touch to your listing. You know, people want to do business with people they know and trust. So put something out. If you feel comfortable doing that, do that. Put some images of different things that you do. There's just different options there, as you can tell. So let's go back to the home page real quick. And so right here, you can see Denanga. They're up at the top because they're in marketing and advertising. It goes right to their page. And why he's there is because he's part of the elite plan. In fact, he's a founding member. So he's up top. And when you do a search, let's do a search for painter. See what happens. So if I'm doing it nationwide, that's what's happening. But if I do it in this area that I'm in, paint, you can see that the listings are up top. There's some that aren't claimed. But what I wanted to show you here is Jeremy Dillabo. He's got his right here at the top because he's in the pro level. So JMD Professional Painting, we go in there, we find his listing, scroll on down. He's got his Facebook page as a website. That's totally fine too. And this points to his website or to his Facebook page, which is great because you want to have those cross links, you know. And what I tell people, hey, if you're going to catch fish, a lot of fish, you're not going to use a single hook. What you want to do is create a net. Now, other people say, well, I have a website, I don't need your service, or I have Google Places, I don't need your service. That's fine. But you want to create a net. The bigger the net, the better the net is connected, the more fish you're going to catch. And if fish are clients or leads or whatever you're looking for there, that's what this is about. So this goes back to Facebook, and Facebook goes back to this. And so he's got his tagline in there. Ugly wall, ain't it? Let JMD paint it. So I like that. This is a picture of him doing some work. He's got his contact information, and you can email him through that. He's got a by appointment only. Now check this out. If I hit that button, it's going to go straight to his Facebook page, and I go on there and I can follow what he's doing. And as you can see, I liked it already, of course. So let's go back a step. And that just shows you that when I do a search for painting in the area that I want to, like I'm searching for a painter in my area, this is why he shows up, because he's got the pro level. So if you have an elite level, then you'll be even further up the ladder, the search results. So if you got any questions, just let me know. You can put it on the Facebook page there. I can turn on my volume to make sure that I can see something. I've got a lot of people on here saying, hey, what's up? A lot of people coming, going. Any messages? Good. Okay. So then let's go back to the site real quick. Now, if you want to go around these other things, this is about us. This really tells you, like I was saying earlier, why it was formed and all the things that led up to it. This is my family here. So thankful for my family. And this is at a drill sergeant school after I graduated from that. So but this is our mission statement. Ichthus exists to provide a cutting-edge link to Christian businesses and organizations to the general public through the internet in a God-honoring way. And why Ichthus? Well, this is important because some people are like, well, I don't understand what Ichthus is all about. Well, it's not just a directory. This is where people can, all over the map, can find a church to attend, missionaries to support. They can go to, they can hire Christians in business. Churches can do a few things here, showcase their ministries. You know, if they have a listing that's the elite, they have 15 categories they can put in there. So while they're on there, they can put all their ministries on there. And churches can find missionaries to support, which is also important for missions. And they can invite these missionaries to their missions conference. They can point people to their church members. You know, it's kind of awkward. If I'm at church, I'm not really going to be handing out business cards. So Ichthus bridges that gap. If you want to find a church or even the members of a church, you can do that. And you can get on there and say, hey, I want to find someone that I know within this area. Point church members to the Christians in business within their own congregations. Missionaries can do this. Missionaries, sometimes they don't have a web presence. Maybe it's just a Facebook page. That's great. But, you know, attract some traffic to your Facebook page or even over to your website itself. And that's important. So they can showcase their mission even in restricted areas. They can be creative right there. Point people to their website, share their mission with friends and loved ones, share their mission with churches. That way churches can find them. Christians in business, what can they do? Well, they can point people to their website. Again, creating that net. You want to point people to your website, point people to your Facebook page, let them interact with you on these different outlets, and then connect with other Christian businesses. We talked about that. That's Hook. And get found by those that want to do business with Christians. Hey, check this out. This, you know, the studies that I've done, the studies that are out there, there's a great book on faith-based marketing. 44% of America attends church. 44%. That's just not people saying, oh, I'm a Christian. 44% go to church every Sunday. That's bigger than the Super Bowl. And that only happens once a year. And of those 44%, there's a lot of business owners out there. A lot. And there's a lot of people that want to do business with people that are like-minded. And where do they go? Earlier, I talked about Google. I'm going to try something real quick. Watch this. I'm going to do Christian plumber. I'm going to show you something really cool. Now, within 0.37 seconds right here, Google allowed us to see 978,000 results, and that's fantastic. That's fantastic. I can't compete with that. Ichthus can't compete with that. But this is what happens. It's not specific enough. If you look down here, you'll see Christian plumbing. That's not in my area. I can't hire Christian plumbing. There's Christian plumbing here. There's achristianplumber.com. You know, hey, let those people be on Ichthus. That's cool. And so there's Christian plumbing in Kentucky. There's even a plumber named Christian. I mean, so go to Google and find businesses. That's fine. But when you want to find Christian businesses, when the public wants to find missionaries and churches, come to Ichthus. That's where it's going to be. And they sign a statement of faith. They're saying, hey, I'm going to do business according to Scripture. Google doesn't have a statement of faith with a gospel in it. And I love Google. I use it every day. But what they can do in 0.37 seconds with 9,700 or 978,000 listings, I can't do that. Ichthus can't do that right now. It may someday. But here's the thing. It's not specific enough. So if I want a Christian plumber, I want to go up here to Ichthus and type in plumber. You know, and you know what? There may or may not be one here in the area. Let's just search within 50 miles, see what comes up. Hey, look. Sun Plumbing, DeLong Plumbing, All Area Plumbing, Jesswood Plumbing. You know, and I could even do it tighter if I wanted to, 10 miles, 20 miles, and see what that is. I can do it by state. Now, it's in Missouri because I have the zip code. But you want a plumber in your area? Hey, do plumber. You don't even have to set that. Click enter again. It's going to give you all the results right there. Let's see what this says. Yeah, I like that. This is where you can chat with us if you want to. If there's something on there that you see that you're like, hey, I'm confused about that, can you go back? Just type it in here. Maybe there's something that's broken. Maybe you see an error, which you know, this site is pretty powerful. So go ahead and put something in there if we haven't noticed it. That's where you can do that right there. And that's just right there at the bottom. There's a little circle with a question mark. You see that where I'm pointing? So that's where that'll be. Anyway, so the listings that are in it, we've already gone over listings. You can filter them through categories. You know, some of these things like professional services. That's how many are in this area. Maybe in New Hampshire. There's one in New Hampshire. Well, that's the one I want to do business with because maybe I live in New Hampshire. Some people say, "What's up with the logo? Why do you have the logo? Why is it called Ichthus? Hey, you spelled Ichthus wrong." Well, I encourage people that I spelled it phonetically. Here's the correct spelling right here. This is the Greek, all the capital Greek letters here, and it really means Jesus, Savior, God's Son. That's Ichthus. It's, you know, you've heard it said where, you know, during Roman persecution, you know, Christian symbols were found in Rome where they would make that arch. And so if I'm facing you and you're facing me, I would take my finger and maybe do an arch in the dirt. And then from your perspective, you would do the same exact one, but you would connect one corner and overlap the other corner. And that makes a fish. And that tells me you're a Christian and that we can talk about some godly things and encourage each other in our faith. But with that symbol, that tells each other we're Christian. And it's kind of come into this era, this age, and you'll see Christian fish on stuff like the back of cars that cut you off or on business cards, things like that. What does that mean? Well, I wanted to have that fish on there because that's part of the hook. If you notice, they're actually the same arch. They're just colored two different things. And why spell it that way? Well, ichthus, I wanted to spell it phonetically. It can be transliterated, I think the term is called, transliterated into ICHTHUS. That's ichthus. And I have a hard enough time people pronouncing ichthus, but I'm going to stick with it because it'll catch on. And I even divided it into syllables, ichthus. Anyway, so back over here, why the fish? That explains it right down here. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it's the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek, Romans 1:16. So by this, all people will know that you're my disciples, that you have love for one another. And that's in John 13. And our mission is to provide that cutting-edge link to Christian businesses and organizations. Organizations being nonprofits or church plants, churches, different things like that. I want people to find your business so that way you can get more business. Google's not going to specifically give you businesses that are, or people that are looking to do business with Christian businesses. But Ichthus will. So that's enough about the About page. Now, what's a Christian? Now, look, this is important to me. It's important for this to be on the website. And I put this on there specifically so that, in our culture, sometimes people go online they'll say, hey, I'm a Christian just because I live in America. You know what? That may, I don't think that is biblical. Just because you live in America, you're a Christian. That's not what it's about. So on here, I put through here that who is God? Right here, who is God? And who is man? And who's Jesus? And what's your response? That's the gospel. I encourage you to go on there. You can share that with anybody you want. Just go in here and double click that a couple times so it's all highlighted. Right click that. You can copy that. You can put that over here in Facebook. You say, hey, everybody, I want you to check this out. And so post that on there. Hey, what's a Christian? And so that's on there. But then also I want you to know that down here at the bottom there's a video. So I like to listen to books instead of read them. So I understand you want to read that. But so what's your response right here? What's next? Let us know the contact form. Let us know what your decision is. Let us know. Find a church. Use Ichthus to find a church. And Charles is figuring out that hook. Good deal. We've got all kinds of things I'm doing at once. So, but this video, we got the rights to put this video on here from an organization, and I'll just start it for a second. But it's a really cool video. Yeah, so if you want to share that with people, that's pretty cool. So, and then the blog. Let me show you a little bit about the blog. What are you laughing at over there? Adam's laughing. Let it out, Adam. So, of course, the online ribbon cutting. Here's some articles on there. This article is something pretty important to me that my family went through, and I encourage you to read that. Share it with someone that's maybe going through some struggles. This is one thing that I share with people. Hey, we need to stop inviting people to church. We need to start inviting friends to Christ. And why do I say that? Well, if people are strangers, then they're not going to hear what we have to say unless we get to know them. There's a common ground there. If church is a place, well, then we've made a mistake because church isn't a place. Church is a body of believers. In fact, what's bold right there is we don't meet at church. We meet as church. And so I have friends out there that I've cultivated relationships with, and they're able to come to me and say, I'm going through this struggle, or this is what's going on, or maybe I noticed something. I can't just walk up to a stranger and say, hey, you're a sinner, you're going to hell. That's not what it's about. So we need to reconsider just inviting people to church so that the pastor can take care of them. We need to be able to be strong in our faith and know Scripture well enough, in season and out of season, as Scripture says, to speak the truth in love to people. But we can't do that unless we have common ground with them. And one thing that I would say is we have common ground with people that speak the same language. That's just how God instituted language. Language is all the same. It all has nouns, verbs, subjects, and sentence structure and all that. Another thing that's common ground is work. We were given work before the fall. It's a little bit harder to do work now, but we were given work before the fall. And that right there, God is allowing us to have a mission field. It's not just about a missionary overseas, and I don't want to demean what they do. It's not just about the pastor, but we need to reconsider looking at them as higher spiritually and regarding them as the professionals, the professional evangelists. And we need to really look in the mirror and say, what am I doing to represent Christ at the workplace? I'm an ambassador for Christ. I need to be letting people know. Of course, don't steal from your employer. If you're supposed to be working instead of talking, there's all that right there. But that's the passion here. I want to encourage people to live out their faith. I'm looking for people to join Ichthus that want to live their faith out on their sleeve. Now, I'm not saying I want people just to start going around saying to people around them, I'm a Christian, you're not, we can't get along, or you're a sinner and I'm not, and you're going to hell without Christ. That may be true, but that's not speaking the truth in love. But for Ichthus, it's not just, hey, I want to be on your website because I'm a painter and I'm also a Christian. Listen, if that's you, you might want to find another Christian directory. I'm really looking for people that say, I'm a Christian and I get to paint professionally. That's what I'm looking for. And that's important. That's an important distinction. So that's who we're really looking for. If you know people like that, if you're like that, then you're welcome to join Ichthus. There's a statement of faith that we have, and I'll show you that real quick. This is our statement of faith. I'll let you read through that. I won't read the whole thing for you, but it's the gospel. And that's what I was talking about earlier. People may say they're Christian. They want to put their business on here because, look, people know the power of advertising. We've got companies that aren't Christian advertising on Christian radio stations because they know that we're not just some small little niche or target market. 44% of America goes to church every Sunday, and they know the power of that. So on the other hand, if a company that's not a Christian or not Christian owned, of course, a Christian can't, a business can't be Christian, but if there are businesses out there that are Christian owned or Christians in business, there's a distinction there. A Christian can own a company, self-employed type thing, but a Christian can be in business. Maybe they're a banker, real estate agent. They work for a larger corporation. Maybe they're a hairstylist, but they're a Christian in business. This is where they belong. And so if someone goes out there and they're like, hey, I want to join this Christian directory they found online somehow, and they come to the statement of faith, they read that, I want them to be confronted with the gospel. I want them to really think, is this true in my life? Do I believe that every human being is born a sinner? And though this may seem impersonal as a statement, it's screening out people that is like, well, I'll just do it anyway. And we're going to get people on our site that want to do that. But then when they go to the free listing page and then they say, well, why do I have to enter my credit card information? That's just another screen to keep spam listing out. So this is a place where Ichthus is a place where you can highlight your church, highlight your mission field, highlight your church plant, highlight your business, showcase it to people that really want to look for you, your organization. So I've done a lot of talking. Anybody else out there want to do some talking? Any questions on here? Let's look over here and see what's going on. We got some people on there. Let's see. I'm going to go to the event page real quick. See if anybody's posted there. I got to check my text messages. So down here, I put a little list here. Let's see where that is. Right here, this is the thing I did earlier. Hopefully you had an opportunity before it was 6 o'clock. I know this is a huge post. I understand that. If I got that, I'd be like, he wants me to do what? But listen, this is a digital online version of walking into a brick and mortar store. So if it was a ribbon cutting, you would be here at a location and looking around at the stuff and talking with the owner and saying, hey, good job, look at this paint work, or look at the shelving, look at the seating, all these things that maybe it's a restaurant or something. Well, this is the online version of it. So while you're here, go ahead and log in and everything if you haven't already. And we're going to be doing some drawings pretty soon, right, Adam? And fish around the site. You can share it. There's all kinds of suggestions to do that. And if you haven't done that already, you don't have to do it just during the 6 to 7 o'clock hours. Do that after. That's fine. If you're busy on there, explore the pages. Click on About Us, like we did. What's a Christian blog and things like that. Again, I'm going to remind you there's a 50% off. You can join, 50% off. And let me show you that page one more time. This is the pricing template here. We've got these different packages, different features. You can join today till 11:59 p.m. We've extended our Cyber Monday deal into today, and you can join that at 50% off. That's a pretty sweet deal. So go ahead and do that if you would, and share that with other people. Adam's got a question. Yes, Adam.
How long is that coupon for 50% off good for?
Until tonight at 11:59 p.m.
But so it only gives me 1 month of 50% off?
Oh, I got your question. It gives you 1 year's membership. So 12 months. So if you're in the business of making money, connecting with other Christian businesses, getting your business found, connecting with missionaries and churches and church plans, things like that. If you want to be part of this organization, then go ahead and plug in that 50% code.
Hold on. No. That's not true. It expired already.
And then we're going to have that up and running real quick.
Yeah.
So 50% off is 50% mark or percent sign, and then capital O, capital F, capital F. No spaces, so 50% off.
One person used it,
We got one person that used it already. That's good.
but it expired.
There you go.
No, the coupon expired.
Well, who's out there that did it, and they need to try it again?
I don't know who's tried it.
Okay.
Oh, you're the one who tried it.
That's right.
You're
Hey,
the one who's done it. So I'm going to delete the coupon. I got to add it back in.
Okay, we're gonna add that back in. Let's see. I'm gonna look at my text messages real quick. I got some people texting me about the coupon code.
12 duration months. Redeemed by Wednesday. Okay, good. Coupon's up again. Sorry.
All right. We have someone that signed in to Ichthus, kept flickering on my iPhone. Do you see that I signed in? I got Kathleen out there.
Yep, Catherine's here.
We got her signed in
Yep, she's
for prize entry. By the way, I have your candle waiting for you. Yes, we forgot to connect today.
So welcome Amy Moore.
Yeah, welcome Amy Moore to ichthus.org.
And welcome to Angela Roman.
Angela, welcome to ichthus.org. Good seeing you today. And the code, what is the code to enter for 50% off? Who sent me that? I tell you. Okay, that must have been Charles. Charles, I want you to type in for 50% off, 50% sign, capital O, capital F, capital F. And then while you're at it, that you can, anybody out there, you can like our Facebook page. It's just facebook.com/Ichthus. Let me pull it up real quick so you can see that. It's right there at the top. Or better yet, you can scroll down to the bottom here, and that's where we're at. So facebook.com/Ichthus. It'll open up in a new window when you click that. You go on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. Some of the things we do on here, we put on Twitter as well. So
I have some questions. Angela has
Adam's
asked,
got a question.
Angela asks, so anyone can sign up no matter the location?
That's right. Anybody can sign up, Angela, no matter the location. And it's all over the United States. I like to say it this way. We do business in the United States, so it's national, but we have an international reach because of missions. So if you look at it that way, we really do e-commerce in the 50 states. So we'll move into the rest of the world soon, I hope, but right now we're just concentrating on the 50 states. And hey, follow us on Twitter. It's just at Ichthus, IKTHOOS. Please let your church know about what we're doing. Is there any more questions out there, Adam?
Charles asked what the promo code was to upgrade again, but you already.
Yeah, it says, do we pay monthly or will it charge a whole year? So it's going to be monthly. That the $9.99, if you chose that one, or the $49, whichever one you want to choose, that's every month. So it's recurring billing. It's secured. We don't store any of your credit card information. We only have like the last 4 digits, if anything, just for reference purposes. It's all the e-commerce is handled through a very trusted third party, and you plug that in. It's going to go through every month on that same day and bill your account, but it's only going to do 50% because you use that code, Charles. So as you go through there, and if you miss the code, if you're watching this video later on and you miss the code, hey, I'm going to put some codes on Twitter. You can email me and say, hey, do you have any codes going on right now? Maybe we'll do like 10% off later on. Maybe we'll do some other ones. We'll throw those out there as people get some more interest in it. But please, once you create a listing, once you're on there, I want you to grab the URL. And this is exactly what I mean. If you're watching real quick, I'm going to type in the one Green Home Professionals. Was there any other questions, Adam?
Okay.
All right. So up here it says Green Home Professionals. And I just happen to be listing number 48,869. So I can do this right here, highlight that one. I clicked right click and copy. Then I can come right over here into, let's say I want to share this on my page. See, I can do it that way, and I can drop that link in there. But better yet, if you just come right over here and click one of these buttons, it'll take you to whatever account you have signed in. If you're not signed in, it'll ask you to sign in. Real simple little plug-in type thing. So I want to share Green Home Professionals on Twitter. There it is, done. And so that's what we do. When you sign in, I want to have people go on there and share. So I think Adam's got something else for us.
We're doing a drawing, right?
That's right.
So what's the drawing for?
We've got 5 $10 Walmart cards. We've got a free listing. So one of them is for the standard, one of them is for the pro, and one of them is for the elite. We've got a whole bunch of people signed in, and we'll see how that works, and we can draw some names up there. So we need some more people signed in. All right, good. We've got Natalie Poole, she's out there. Amy Moore, Kathleen,
That's it.
and yeah, good deal, Charles. Thanks for coming out, Angela. All right, good deal. Now, first we're going to give out what should we start with, Adam? So only got a couple minutes left. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to contact us through the contact page, and we'll get that answered. We're only going to be on here till 7, so we love all the feedback.
You know what I think we should do, George, is we should extend our drawing a couple days.
Yeah.
And so I guess what we're going to look for is for you, and if you agree, for the next 2 days. So we'll pick an end date and time.
Yeah.
But at that time, we'll see. We'll have a drawing for newly created users starting today.
Starting today,
And
okay.
so far, that is Angela.
Angela's
signed
got a
up
new
an
one?
hour ago.
Okay, so she's in the drawing.
So she'll be in the drawing. So new
Good deal.
users between now and a couple days, we'll have a drawing just for them.
And if you can hear okay, can you hear Adam out there? Let me unplug my,
Yeah, it's
okay, good.
and then also on that same date, we'll have some drawings for let's see, you have some Walmart cards and you
Yeah.
have some free listings, one on each plan, right?
That's right.
And those free listings, how long are each of those good for?
Those listings are for 12 months.
Okay, so again, what it'll be is we'll be giving you your own personal coupon code that you can use to receive X number of dollars off on said listing,
Good.
and that'll be good for 12 months. But then we'll make those drawings for anybody who is logged in to the site between now and,
What, 2 days?
yeah,
You have
let's do
48
2
hours? We'll
48
do-
hours, so that's what, 7 o'clock on?
Yeah.
on 7 o'clock Central Time on Thursday?
Yeah, we want to get some more people involved online. We got a lot of users that are signed in right now, but we want to be able to extend this just a couple more days. Now I know that you're signed in and you're looking for stuff to win. So what we're going to do is we're going to give away one $10 gift card, and we're going to give away the standard. So what we'll do is we'll just randomly pick someone to be on there for, what should we do first? The $10 gift card?
So what do you have total? You have five $10
We have
gift
five
cards.
$10 gift cards, and we got one of each package.
Okay. Standard, Pro, and Elite.
Standard, Pro, and Elite. That's right.
So
So
we're gonna give away.
tonight we're going to give away one card, one $10 card, I mean, and then we're going to do a standard, so the $9.99. That's what we're going to do tonight. So
Alright. I don't know, I think we should give a big fat Exodus welcome to Angela.
a big, huge welcome to Angela.
That's what I think.
Good deal. What kind of big, huge welcome are you thinking about?
I don't know, what do you think? Well, let's, I don't see that she has created a listing for herself yet.
Yeah, so,
So maybe we should give Angela a standard listing coupon.
yeah. Hey, Angela, we're going to give you're the winner of the standard listing. And so we're going to send you a code specifically for you. It can only be used once. And that way you have 12 months on ichthus.org at the $9.99 rate. Now, of course, you can use that, but you can upgrade your plan at any time, and then you just pay the difference if you want to do that. But you're the winner for the $9.99, and we will send you the registration code pretty soon, and that way you can get your listing going. Now, for the $10 gift card, we're gonna randomly choose. I think Adam's going ahead and he's gonna go ahead and contact Angela with that code. So heads up, Angela, here it comes. So we just got a minute left. So who are we gonna choose out of all those random?
I don't know, pull up the list in a second what this
And
says.
we're like shaking the hat with the tickets, shaking the hat. I'm gonna draw the ticket out. Looks like Natalie Poole. You are a winner of our $10 gift card. Natalie Poole, thank you for getting on to Ichthus. Thanks everybody for getting on to Ichthus. We really appreciate it.
Natalie, we will
really grateful.
contact you
Yes.
for your mailing address.
Yeah, well, I see her on Tuesdays, so
Never mind.
I'll just give that to her physically. That's pretty cool. Natalie, thanks for being there. Everybody, thank you for being there. Shout out to my wife and family. Thanks for all the support everybody's given. Please, I encourage you to get back on to this Facebook page as you can see it. The Facebook page here for ichthus.org. And we might even go a little bit further than 7. It's 7 right now. But if you're on the Facebook page for ichthus.org, I'm getting some traffic in here. I may not have gotten to your question because of the time lapse or whatever's going on. So let's see here. We go to the event page. And this is what I want to encourage everybody to do. If you are logged into our webinar, I want you to go ahead and go to this event. We got to go to past events. It won't let me do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update that and just be checking to check out ichthus.org and the Facebook page. I'm going to put that information back on there so that we can see that event. And yeah, it just disappeared. That's cool because it's 7, of course. But I want to encourage you to go through the website, share as much as you can, encourage people to join. Look at people that you know, like JMD Professional Painting. Go on there and send him an email saying, hey, I saw your profile. I saw your tackle box on Ichthus. It's really cool that you're on there. Share it with your pastor. Share it with missionaries. Missionaries can join. It's just too easy for them to join. And they can share what they're doing with the mission field. And you can go through ichthus.org and search directly for the country that they're in. You can search for their last name, all that stuff. Like us on Twitter, twitter.com/ichthus. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/ichthus. We're on Google+. We're all over the place, really. So we want to get the word out there. And we really appreciate everybody joining us this evening. And it's been great. If you have any questions, just email me. You can go to the contact page on Ichthus. It's right down here at the bottom. And this little thing, I tell you. So hit contact and send us an email through this. How can we help you? How can we make Ichthus even better? So thank you, everybody that joined us. Shout out to Angela for winning the $9.99 package for 12 months. Hey, 12 months at $9.99, you got it for free. So go on there to her listing Angela, when you have that up and running, send me an email and I'll get on there and I'll share your listing. Anybody that created a listing, I will share that on Facebook, Twitter, all over the place. Send me an email of your listing. Just copy that URL and send it to me. And then also,
Her coupon's in her inbox.
yeah, Angela, your coupon for your listing is in your inbox. And then Natalie, good job winning that $10 gift card to Walmart. I'll give that to you soon since you're here in the same area as me. So anybody out there have any questions, let us know. And hey, would you pray for us? Pray for what we're doing, because God is really using this as a platform for the gospel, as a platform for me to encourage people in business, and just as important for people to connect, connecting the Christian community. How are we going to do that? Well, we have a lot of creative things coming up, and love to have you be a part of it. So please share it as much as you can. I know I keep saying that, but pretty excited about this. This is over 3 years, close to 4 years in the making. It really is. And so please pray with us as you can, and that this ministry, that this business keeps going. And you know what? I want to pray that God blesses your business, your ministry, the churches out there that are joining, the missionaries that are joining. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you again soon. This is George Fuller, founder of Ichthus.org, signing off, and a big shout out to Denanga LLC. We'll see you again.